I just can't get away from the Super Mario Brothers movie. At this point, I think, Nintendo and Illumination should, cast me as Iggy Koopa at this point. But I really, hold on, I really doubt that they're gonna do that. But hey, you never know. So yes, this is the Super Mario Brothers final trailer breakdown. If you saw the last video on this about this movie, which by the way, I saw the trailer, did the trailer reaction, and I get copyright. Seriously, Nintendo, or seriously, YouTube. By the way, I'm filming this the same day that I'm doing the Toy Story 5 breakdown trailer. But I won't upload the Toy Story 5 trailer breakdown until sometime later. We got, 2 weeks left in this month, so hopefully before April, before I go see the movie. And by the time you see this, I probably already saw Toy Story 5, I don't know. So the same rules apply as the last breakdown in the Mario Brothers trailer. I'm gonna mute it. I may slow things down so you guys can see what's going on. So with that said, here we go. So as you see, I'm gonna mute it so YouTube won't copyright me this time. Seriously, YouTube, get your act together. So as you see, Mario and Luigi, Peach are looking at the shooting stars, and I somehow missed this. As you see right there, well, first off, Luigi's having a candy apple, and there's a little penguin guy right there. That's, of course, one of the penguins we saw in the last movie. And of course, Yoshi's there. And if you saw the Nintendo Direct, Chris Pratt and Charlie Day, who voices Mario and Luigi in this movie, as well as they voiced Mario and Luigi in the last movie, they confirmed that Mario and Luigi are going to be in this movie together, meaning that they're going to work together. If you saw the last movie, which I know a good majority of you have, they pretty much, Luigi was captured by Bowser in 95% of the movie. But in the first quarter of the movie and the last quarter of the movie, Mario and Luigi were together. Not like that. But yeah, in between all that, he was captured by Bowser. So it's pretty cool that they get to actually work together in this movie. And, and they have Yoshi along, like, on the side too, like, with them. So I think that's pretty cool. And just like the movie or in the games, as you remember in the first Mario Galaxy movie, in the first Mario Galaxy game, I mean, I can't talk today, I'm excited. Now that I calm down, I can actually do this. Yeah, if you play the first Mario Galaxy game, which I know most of you have, and most of you went back to play it again, you would know that Bowser somehow made like a spaceship or whatever and did this to the castle. And I think this time around, judging from, I think, what was it, the teaser? The second teaser no, I think it was the first trailer that showed Bowser Jr. I think Bowser Jr. is causing this. Pretty cool. I'm showing this off like I'm a teacher. And of course, total destruction. And I'm trying to see... up in the sky, and like I said, just like what Charlie Day and Chris Pratt said in the Nintendo Direct, they did say that that was one of my water bottles. Both Mario and Luigi are gonna be working together, and Luigi's not gonna be on the sidelines for like 95% of the movie like he was in the last movie. He's gonna be the front and center with Mario and alongside Yoshi, so that's pretty cool. And if you saw, speaking of the Nintendo Direct, if you saw who they casted as Yoshi and who they casted as, what? I think that's his name? The big frog dude? And the Queen Bee chick from, the Queen Bee? Not Beyonce. I want to make that clear because Beyonce is not affiliated with these movies unless she's going to be in the next Mario movie. I don't know. I gotta stop giving Nintendo and Illumination ideas. Although, if you are gonna make another one, Nintendo and Illumination, I'm just saying you can cast me as Iggy. I'm just saying. Anyway, stop giving them ideas, Montel. They're gonna end up doing any. Well, regardless, they're gonna do it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you saw the Nintendo Direct, who they casted as Wart, Yoshi, and the Queen Bee, I think the Queen Bee is one of the bosses or like side bosses in the first Mario Galaxy game. And if you saw the Nintendo Direct and you saw who they cast, Yoshi and one, the other, and the third character, the Queen Bee, then that was like pretty cool. And excuse me, I think it's pretty cool they got what was it? I almost called him Daniel. Donald Glover as Yoshi, what I did not expect. In case you didn't see the Nintendo Direct, like I have, and you saw the trailer on YouTube, like I have, I went back to see other YouTubers' reactions on the Nintendo Direct. Donald, sorry. I need to talk to my friend Daniel more. Donald Glover is Yoshi, which I did not expect. And honestly, I think it makes sense low key because they could have just to be fair, on the other hand, they could have just gone, a random person and have them go, Yoshi, and, just say Yoshi's name in a Yoshi voice. Heck, they could have gotten Brian Hall. He's right out there. His channel's in the description. They could have gotten Brian Hall to be Yoshi, and I wouldn't notice the difference. If they would have gotten Yoshi, or if they gotten Brian Hall to voice Yoshi in the movie, and Brian Hall's Yoshi sounds exactly like how he is in the game, I wouldn't notice. So, but yeah, again, Brian Hall's YouTube channel is in the description. Tell him I sent you guys. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Either way, they got Donald Glover to be Yoshi. Again, they could have got Brian Hall, but if I was in charge of casting personally, I would have chosen Brian Hall to be Yoshi. That would be my personal. The rest of the cast would have been fine. Who was it? Luis Guzman as what? He would have been fine. Although I would, although my second choice, in case he couldn't make it, my second choice for voicing Wart probably would be, I don't know, like maybe, I was going to say Chuck Norris, but I don't know. Has Chuck Norris voiced anything? I don't know. But, well, he had his own cartoon back in the day. Or maybe they could have gotten Christopher Walken. I would have had Christopher Walken as Wart. They could have called him Christopher Wharton. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming if I was in charge of casting. The rest of the cast would have been fine. But who knows? But I'm going on and on about this. Sorry. So yeah, but yeah, I think it's so cool to see the Mario Brothers actually working together in this movie instead of having one of them being sidelined or being captured for like 95% of the movie and having the other brother saving him. Yeah, and when I first heard about this, I thought it was going to be like flipped. Like Mario was going to be captured and then Luigi's going to save him. I don't know, but I'm glad they're going to work together on the movie either way, so. I'm trying to see when I'm missing. Okay. Whoops. Let me, sorry, I was rambling. I apologize. I did not mean to ramble on. Whoops. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. Sorry about this. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool that there we go. But yeah, honestly, I think it's pretty cool that they confirmed that both Mario and Luigi are going to be, side by side together. Sorry, a little technical difficulty. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, as you can see, there's other planets and stuff, and oh, that's a little cool thing like that. I don't know what this is. I know it has something to do with planets, but I don't know the name of it. If you know the name of this, let me know, and I'll by the time you see this, you'll already seen or told me. So yeah, the Mario planet or the planets are right there, kind of given. Seeing how this is a Mario Galaxy movie based on the Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and it is a nice nod to both games because you can and he just pause on this, but you can ride Yoshi in I think one of the later levels in the Mario Galaxy 2, so it's like a double dip reference. And I can't wait. I don't know if they're gonna add this in, but in the movie maybe they'll save it as save it when we go see it. But I think it would be cool if they had like a planet like that looks and shaped like Mario's head. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I doubt it, but maybe they will. Um, and of course, got the clown car, and we got Bowser Jr. And he has that paintbrush, which is pretty cool, itself. I don't think I should explain how awesome that is to finally have Bowser Jr. in a Mario movie. Because like I said, if you saw the last movie, which I know a good majority of you have, at the end credit scene, we had Yoshi that was foreshadowing that he was going to be in the next movie. But Bowser Jr. and Rosalina were literally the last characters I expected. And of course, Bowser Jr. demands his father. I like how because I think in one of the TV spots or the teasers, it only showed Mario and Luigi interacting with Bowser Jr. It didn't show Yoshi. I guess they added Yoshi as like a last minute deal. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward that part. This that was in the last. I think in the trailer where they showed Bowser Jr. and Rosalina. But yeah, it's pretty cool that like I know I said it's like broken record, but I think it's pretty cool that the Mario Brothers are gonna be working together in this movie alongside Yoshi. Yeah, I think it makes sense Yoshi, joining them because if you saw in the last trailer, they, found Yoshi and he gets to liking them, and of course Bowser's back and he got the axes. Excuse if I'm sorry if he saw my double chin, but he has those double like headed axes or whatever they're called from the yeah, I slowed it down for you guys. Okay, if you played the old school Mario game from like 1983 or 1984, I think it was the very first Mario game on the NES. I think this would look recognize. I think this is recognizable to most of you. Um, but in some Mario games, there's like a double-headed axe that releases the bread under Bowser. So I think other variations there's like a button, but I think it's pretty cool that they incorporated the double-headed axe thing that was in the first Mario game ever. And his army is happy that he's back. Bunch of Goombas, Chainsomps, and all those guys. And yeah, this is the first Mario movie that we get to see Bowser Jr. And even in the 1993 movie, as much as most of us would like to forget, it was the perfect opportunity to have Bowser Jr. in the 1993 movie. Although we like to forget it, and that was what I apologize. Birdo, we saw her in the last trailer. But yeah, just and by the way, if you haven't played Super Mario Brothers 2, like a certain someone or people, then what should look familiar? He's one of the bosses. I think he's like the final boss. I think in that game. Bunch of ninjas. And yeah, the rest of the trailer is pretty much self-explanatory. Got Mario and Peach there. And I just noticed, Penguin Toad. That's pretty cool. There's a Trooper right there. There's a galaxy version of the Piranha Plant. Penguin Toad. The Odyssey dinosaur, and what do you think of this? Pretty cool, right?